Alright, so for keto, here's the things you need to know. A fermented carb versus a refined carb. This is very important. So 9 grams of carbohydrates and 2 grams of dietary fiber. You're going to minus your dietary fiber off of your carbs, and that's how many net carbs you're going to have in your food. So this right here, I would not eat it on keto, but this, for instance, it has 2 in 1, very good for keto. So zucchini noodles are good, yellow squash is good, baby spinach is good, kale is good, arugula is good, most all of your dark greens are good, but always grab it, come to the back, look at it, find out total carbs 2, total carbs 3, dietary fiber 2. That means there's 1 total carb in here, so this is good for keto. Cauliflower is amazing. Broccoli is also very good. Sometimes if you have a harder time eating broccoli or cauliflower, you can get a riced version of it and just season it a little bit. Things like green beans are fine, but same thing, 3 overall. You want to shoot for 2 or below, because 3 adds up. Peppers are fine, they're just a little bit higher in glycemic index. Same thing with your green beans. Avocados are a good source of potassium since you're not going to be eating bananas. Onions are fine, but they're just a little bit starchy, so use them in moderation. Carrots are fine, but same thing here, you're going to have 5 grams of carbs per serving. Mushrooms are great. Blueberries, you're going to have these after you work out when you're insulin sensitive. These pass your blood-brain barrier. They're very nutritious and anti-inflammatory. Sauerkraut's really good for your microbiome. Look at the back, always find the ingredients. You want the least amount. Some of them are going to have preservatives in there, but healthier places have healthier foods. Tofu is an option for protein. It's low in fat though, but if you want to eat it, you can. It's the same things. As a snack, hummus for carbs. You can still technically have it. Tomatoes are not a bad choice, but just monitor how many carbs you're having. So this would be considered broccolini, which is your longer stalk broccoli. It's a little bit sweeter. You can make this with coconut oil and Himalayan sea salt, and it's super good. So same thing as broccolini with asparagus. You can make it with literally coconut oil. I'll show you all the cooking that I do, but asparagus is very, very, very healthy. It will only make your pee smell, and that's the only downside. Garlic's really good, anti-inflammatory. Any sort of rosemary's, herbs, go for them. There's really no carbs in them, so you're safe. Peanut butter is super great, but make sure that it has the oil in it. If your peanut butter doesn't have that oil on top, it's not real peanut butter. You want to stick to sea salts because other salts will mess with the fermentation process of your vegetables, which will actually produce less serotonin in your stomach. You can use whatever oil you'd like. Coconut oil, medium chain triglycerides. I only use coconut oil. Olive oil is fine, just try not to cook with it on too high of a heat. Grapeseed oil has a higher smoke point. There's some that have it labeled. I'm assuming this being unlabeled, it is the same. Vegetable broths are really good, especially if you go for long fasts and your digestive system is entirely turned off. You're gonna have to have some sort of very simple thing that your body can eat, because it's long fast, turning our digestive system back on is a lot of work for your body. So here's why coconut milk is amazing versus the other milks. You got 1 gram of carb in here and you have your fats. So take this with your B vitamin in the morning. So what we're gonna go for, yes, it's a little bit more expensive to have goat milk. Goat, bison, and sheep are the 3 milks you're gonna stay towards for cheese, because there's a lot of research with casein A1 proteins and cow's milk. So stick to goat, bison, and sheep. Hard-boiled eggs are a great source of protein. These are very healthy for your telomeres, but you can also just get regular eggs as well and cook them. This is one of my favorite almond milks. I normally have, once again, you'll have a glass of this, half a glass of this with a B vitamin. These are like the specialty places which have a little bit healthier products, but your butters, you want to make sure that they have no carbs, and they shouldn't have that many ingredients in them. I actually use this on my very long fasts, and yes, I get it, it's cows, but butter is butter. Walnuts are extremely healthy. They're also in the microbiome diet. So you're looking up here, you've got 2 carbs overall. When you're going for chocolate, I know it does not taste as good as a Hershey bar, but once again, 2 grams of carbs overall for your chocolate. This isn't at a lot of stores, but go for your 100%. Over 70% KETO is healthier for your heart. This is 100%, so very good for you. So pistachios, for instance, they're a good snack food, but they're going to be a little bit higher in carbs. You're going to have 5 overall. Cashews is the highest carb nut. These are the second. Almonds are very healthy, 3 carbs overall per serving. Pumpkin seeds are also great for keto. because 1 carb. As you can see, cashews have a little bit higher carbs. For the lowest amount of carbs, pecans are going to be your best choice, but walnuts are in the microbiome diet and they're more of a fermentable nut, but pecans work too. So things like this, broccoli, kale, pizza crust, still healthy. Yes, it's higher in carbs, but if you want to have a cheat day, go for something like this because it's good, minus the cornstarch. I would make the kale and broccoli crust on my own. You could probably make it with kale, broccoli, cheese, and cauliflower, but things like this you can use as crust for pizza. Same thing as blueberries, BBB, anti-inflammatory. Frozen ones are what they say in the books and the research are about 3% better, just because when you pull it off of a tree, you're pulling it from its source of nutrients, and when you freeze it, you're pausing its degeneration process. Frozen broccolis are just as good as the regular broccolis, but frozen things apparently hold a little bit more nutrients. I'm sure it's not mattering on the big scale. So take vitamin D every day. It's basically going to act as a steroid for your body, especially that digestive system. It's going to help a lot. Vitamin D is very amazing for you. If you don't get enough sun, supplement it. Omega-3s are extremely essential for brain function. If you're not eating fish or getting omega-3, make sure you get a supplement. DHA, EPA, very useful for you. For melatonin, you won't need melatonin if you stop looking at your phone before you sleep. 1 hour with phone use prior to bed messes with your melatonin production, so that's why it's harder for you to get healthier, longer, happier sleep. So this is the most important thing that you're going to look for. It's pantotheric acid, which is B5. It's going to come from eggs, salmon. Sorry, this is blurry. I don't know why it's not centering. Sorry, I was on the wrong camera thing. Pantotheric acid, B5 right there. That's going to help you with your sugar to fat. When you fast in the mornings, you're depleting your glycogen stores. Your brain does not know how to utilize ketones. So unless you have pantotheric acid, it's going to be very hard for your brain to function on ketones. So it's going to give you hypoglycemia. You're going to get a little bit of that headache. The gut problems is just the microbiome dying. But get some pantotheric acid and you'll literally be able to fast for days on end if you want to, because your brain will learn to run on the fats more efficiently. Probiotic supplements are fine. They're very useful for you and they're going to help your microbiome health, which microbiome health is brain health. This is salmon. So on keto, the main sources of animal products that I consume are only salmon and only eggs because they support your telomere health. There's a lot of B vitamins in here. You're going to get some pantotheric acid. So when you do fast and add some keto together, especially if you're looking for massive weight loss, salmon's very good, eggs are very good. Basically, most all the other meats out there are not as useful as salmon or eggs. Nutritional yeast is also really good for the microbiome, and it's also healthy for keto, and you're going to have a lot of nutrients in here. These are your phytonutrients. These are real nutrients that come from food, not from some sort of pill version. Those are non-phytonutrients. Your body processes those differently, and some of them cause oxidative stress. Okay, so cream cheese. You're going to make keto fat bombs out of cream cheese, peanut butter, coconut oil, and then some sea salt. Pickles are fine also. Turmeric, melt your coconut oil down, sprinkle some turmeric on it, then put your food in it. Apple cider vinegar is amazing. I just take a spoonful of it like a badass, but you can mix this in with a shake or something. So in combination for the morning, wake up, don't eat, let your glycogen deplete, give yourself less than 35 calories of almond milk with your B vitamin, make yourself some green tea, get a lemon, that's gonna start your day out. The reason you're gonna drink green tea over anything else is because this is gonna up your fat oxidation, it's gonna down your nutrient absorption, it's gonna down your appetite, it's gonna increase your energy expenditure in your CNS, and it's also very good for you and has polyphenols. So drink green tea. So when you come across things like this, yes, they are from concentrate, but that's okay. Just because you do not have to eat perfectly, you just have to eat within a specific constraints of nutrition. Flax seeds are amazing. They're honestly, you'd use them in a shake. You can eat them by themselves too, but they have no carbs in them, so it's super amazing. Chia seeds, same thing, 8 and 8, all good for you. This is hemp seed, 2 and 2, all good for you. And look at those phytonutrients, super healthy. Eggplant's good. You can make eggplant pizza. So you'll slice your eggplant, put it down like a slice of pizza, put some seasoning on it, cut up some peppers, and use some cheese. It's a little bit higher in glycemic index, but it's something that tastes good. Spaghetti squash is a yes. I would suggest you getting one of these rather than like a basil sprinkle. Get a plant, grow some gardens. Vegetables are good. So Brussels sprouts, a little bit higher in carbs, but they're still very healthy for keto. Ones without anything added to it have a little bit less carbs. Artichokes are great for keto. Sugar snap peas, once again, a little bit higher in glycemic index. Always look at your carbs and always look at your fiber. Do the math and add it up. And a good old lemon for your green tea.